Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are going to be going over the identity behavior loop. But before we get to that, I need to ask you a few questions. Have you ever told yourself that I'm just not a confident person? Public speaking just isn't my thing. I'm not naturally charismatic. It's just not who I am. If you have, then this video is just for you. That narrative you've told yourself is exactly why becoming charismatic, confident, or a good speaker seems so impossible. It's called the identity behavior loop. Once we understand this loop, you'll realize just how much control you have over your future. And better yet, you'll learn how to stop letting this loop limit you, and instead, how to make it serve you. There's 3 different steps to doing this, and we're going to begin with actually understanding what the loop is. At its core, it is a psychological framework that explains the relationship between who we think we are and what we actually do. And here is the key insight. These 2 things are not separate. They are constantly influencing each other in a cycle. And here is how it works. The identity, or the story you tell yourself about who you are, drives your behavior. If you believe you're a confident person, you will act like one. You will speak up, you will take space, you will lean into uncomfortable situations. But this is where it gets really interesting. Those behaviors then feed back into your identity. Every time you act confidently, your brain gets the message, oh, confident people do this, and I just did it. Maybe I am a confident person. And so the loop continues. Identity shapes behavior, and behavior reinforces identity. Round and round and round. The problem is simple. This works in both directions. A positive loop builds you up, but a negative loop can quietly keep you stuck for years. And that fits into the negative loop. So we're going to need to talk about that first, because most of us have experienced it without even realizing. It starts with an experience. You give a presentation and it didn't go well. Maybe you tried to speak up in a group and got talked over. Maybe someone laughed when you weren't even trying to be funny. And from that experience, you drew a conclusion about yourself. I'm bad at public speaking. I'm bad at presenting. I'm awkward in groups. People don't take me seriously. And that conclusion becomes a part of your identity. And now your behavior starts to reflect it. You avoid speaking up. You shrink in group settings. You turn down opportunities to present or lead. And because you're avoiding these situations, you will never get the chance to have a better experience. Which means the original belief never gets challenged. And because that belief will never get challenged, it's only going to grow stronger and stronger. The brain will rely on that one piece of evidence to form its next opinion. And the more times it forms that opinion, the stronger that belief will become. And that is the negative loop. The cruel thing about it is that it will feel like it's just self-awareness. Feels like you're just being realistic about who you are. But in reality, you're just caught in a cycle that is keeping you exactly where you started. The 3rd chapter is breaking the loop. So how do you interrupt a loop that's been running for years? Here's the good news, my friend. You can enter the loop at any point and change its direction. Most people wait to feel confident before they act confidently. They think, once I'm ready, I'll go be confident. Then I'll start showing up differently. That's backwards, my friend. The feeling follows the action, never the other way around. The research on this is clear. When you adopt behaviors associated with a desired identity, even before you fully believe it, you begin to shift your self-perception over time. Every action sends a vote to your brain about who you are. And we want as many of those votes to this new identity, this new persona, this new you, as we can possibly get. Speaking up once in a meeting and your brain logs it. I'm someone who speaks up. Hold eye contact in one more conversation than normal and your brain will log it. I'm someone who is present and confident. Introduce yourself first at a networking event and your brain will log it. I'm someone who takes initiative. These aren't even dramatic moments that challenge your entire world, and over time, they rewrite your story. This is actually the psychology behind the idea of fake it until you make it. Though I prefer to think of it as act it until you become it. Because you're not going to fake anything by doing this. You're deliberately choosing behaviors that build the identity that you want and letting the loop just do the rest for you. Now, another key thing you can do is ask yourself, what would the most charismatic, confident, good speaker, so on, do in this situation? Rephrasing it like this, and then consciously choosing the action that will establish that identity just makes it so much easier. It almost gamifies it in a way. I remember very recently, I was talking to somebody and I thought, what would be the most charismatic thing I could say? What would the most charismatic version of me say? And I did that, and I realized very quickly it was another vote to that identity I wanted to build. So because of that, I 100% endorse it. I've done it before and I will keep doing it because it works. Here is the conclusion and takeaway you can have. If you want to become a confident person, stop waiting to feel confident and start doing one thing a day that a confident person would do. Stand tall, speak first, make the decision without asking for permission. Let the behavior lead. If you want to become a great public speaker, stop waiting until you're ready. You will never feel ready. Start speaking. In small rooms, in big rooms, on video, in conversations. Every time you do it, you cast a vote for the identity of someone who speaks. If you want to become more charismatic, start practicing presence, warmth, power, all of these in your everyday interactions. Not from a stage, but in the coffee shop, in the group chat, at a dinner with your friends or your family. Small moments of charisma build the identity of a charismatic person. And the loop is always running. The only difference is, are you letting it run in your favor or are you letting it run you? And if you want more videos just like this one, check out the school community, top link in the description. It's free, takes about 30 seconds to join. But if you join premium, I will personally guide you through this process so that you can make transformation into the most charismatic and confident version of yourself. I've got nothing else to say, brother. And as always, look after yourself. See ya.